liberty, and justice for all.
Any changes to the agenda? There are not. And I need a motion to approve the agenda.
Motion. Second.
Motion by Dale, second by Carrie. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed, abstained, motion carried. Item 5 is our consent agenda. So you need a motion to approve the items on the consent agenda.
Motion. Second.
Motion by Brad, second by Dale. Are there any questions on any items on the consent agenda? All in favor? Aye. Opposed, abstained, motion carried. There's no old business. Under new business, we have creation of a bank special revenue account. So we need a motion to create that special revenue.
Motion. Second.
Motion by Dale, second by Carrie. Are there any questions?
Yeah, Bob, what is this again?
The high school library is looking to create a book boosters club to promote and fundraise for special book projects. Mrs. Hanson had approached Mr. Siebert based on the request from students to have essentially a club for kids who are friends of the library.
Any other questions? So we have a motion by Dale, second by Carrie. All in favor? Aye. Opposed? Abstained? Motion carried. Next is our Cataract County School District Resource Officer Program Agreement. We need a motion to approve the SRO agreement.
Motion. Second.
Motion by Brad, second by Carrie. Are there any questions? Okay. All in favor? Aye. Opposed? Abstained? Motion carried. Next is our powwow agreement. So we need a motion to approve the powwow agreement.
Motion.
Motion by Dale,
Second.
second by Carrie. Are there any questions? Want to give the rundown? Is there anything?
Yes, when we took possession of the sublease from the city and the Seneca Nation for the improvements at Betts Park, one of the staple expectations was that we would continue to host the Marvin J. Curry Veterans Powwow. So this agreement changes the expectations for the parties, and essentially the city really has no role in the powwow other than perhaps some assistance with some policing through Seneca Nation and separate contract with the city for some law enforcement assistant. And so we talked about the electrical setup. We talked about supervision, running the Jumbotron, district expectations, use of the electric Hopemobile vehicles to help shuttle people around, and just to make sure that the document is meeting the needs of the Seneca Nation, the powwow committee, and keeping up the district's end of the deal when we said we would make it and host events.
Okay.
And that takes us through 2026.
Okay, perfect. So we have a motion by Dale, second by Carrie. All in favor? Aye. Opposed? Abstained? Motion carried. Item 8 is
Can I
our.
just ask, Sue, did you vote on that? If I do it on 4 or 5?
See, yeah. I didn't say anything, but I'll say yeah now.
Oh, okay.
Okay. Item 8 is our personnel consent agenda. So we need a motion to approve the personnel consent agenda.
Motion.
Motion by Dale,
Second,
second by Sue. Are there any questions? All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Opposed? Abstained? Motion carried.
There is, Levi, are those all the 4 individuals on there? Okay.
Yes.
There is one on the call, and Mr. Parisi, if you would be so kind to do the introductions of our newest speech teacher.
Do you need me to come down? Or?
No, it's right up there, Sam.
Okay. Well, it's thank you folks for allowing me to introduce our newest speech therapist in Salamanca School District. Haley Siebert has been recommended. You just approved her as our new speech therapist. that'll be working with our pre-K and elementary level, early elementary level students through Prospect Elementary School. I think many of us, or if not everybody in this room, everybody in this room knows Haley. Haley is one of the best and brightest from Salamanca, high school grad, resident of the community, loves the community, always wants to give back. She subbed here. When I was a school counselor, she had helped me out doing proctoring my AP exams when we started bringing AP exams back to the school. So I'm really excited to have Haley. She has a bachelor's degree in communicative disorders, as well as a master's degree in speech language pathology from Fredonia. She has experience as a speech pathologist currently through BOCES, has been a classroom aide, a summer school teacher, a swim instructor, all in Salamanca. So it was really a pleasure to bring her in for the interview and to be able to recommend her to Mr. Bridenstine for a hire. So I'm really excited to have Haley on staff with us and look forward to working with her with our little ones.
I'm assuming Dad is crying.
Thank you.
Yeah, but you know Dad always cries.
Congratulations, Haley.
Thank you so much.
All right, and those are the only individuals on the agenda that are present on Zoom or in person.
Oh, awesome. All right, item 9 is our board information, reports and discussion. So we have our enrollment, presentation. Thank you, Craig. You have any-
Oh,
Yes.
I'm sorry, my computer's about to stop. Okay, and the first one is from Ellie Doherty. Dear Salamanca Board of Education, thank you so much for my retirement gift and thank you for a great 20 years. Ellie Doherty, Secretary at Prospect Elementary School. And from Tanya Thomas, also Tammy. Dear Mr. Bridenstine and members of the Board of Education, thank you so much for the beautiful laptop case. It is a very nice case and will really come in handy during my retirement travels. Sincerely and thank you, Tanya Thomas, Teaching Assistant, Prospect.
Thank you. Our upcoming events, we have our NAIEA conference this Friday, middle school on Memorial Day. June 2nd is the Seneca Nation Senior Recognition Night. And then 6/20 is middle school. What's our next Board of Education? We don't get that. That's June 7th. Make sure you're there. Middle school on June 20th. And with that,
I didn't put it on the agenda, so we would just need a motion for an exec for a personnel item.
June 6th is the 6th annual awards ceremony at the casino. Each of you have your invite. If you can, just RSVP, let me know how many are coming.
okay,
But it'll be June 6th at 6 o'clock at the casino event center.
perfect. Thanks, Eli. All right, then we need a motion.
We need a, if you want an exec to talk about their personnel matter, we just need to amend the agenda to add the exec for personnel. Then we'll exit personnel and then we'll head down to the gym for the vote. And then we'll adjourn after the vote, response, tallies and.
Okay, so we need to amend the agenda to add an executive session. for personnel. So we need a motion to amend the agenda. Motion by Gail, second by Sue. All in favor? Aye. Opposed? Abstained? Motion carried. And then we need a motion to move to executive session. Okay. Motion by Brad, second by Gail. All in favor? Aye. Opposed? Abstained? Motion carried.
We will be conducting business after the exec, but it will be in the gym. And if any students have any sheets, you can bring them now. The meeting's over.
Yeah. You won't make me say so long.
Yeah.
Game on, T-Ray.
Game on.
Everybody agree? Yeah. All right. We ready?
Sure.
Okay. So just bear with me because we have to vote on each of them when we're done, okay? If you would, please. Oh,
Read or are you reading?
I normally do. If you want to, you want.
Nope.
Okay. Okay, Proposition 1, 2022-2023 budget. Be it resolved that 319 yes votes and 31 no votes and 17 blank votes were cast, that the budget for the Salamanca City Central School District, Cattaraugus County, Salamanca, New York, the district, for the fiscal year commencing July 1st, 2022, and ending June 30th, 2023, is presented by the Board of Education in the amount of $47,434,191, is hereby approved and adopted, and the required funds therefore are hereby appropriated, and the necessary real property taxes required shall be raised by a tax on the taxable property in the district to be levied and collected as required by law. We declare that Proposition number 1, the school district budget vote, is adopted.
Okay, so we need a motion.
Motion. Second.
Motion by Carrie, second by Dale. All in favor?
Aye.
Susan said aye. Opposed?
So you got 5 ayes.
Abstain? Motion carried.
Proposition 2, establishment of a capital improvement reserve fund. Be it resolved that 319 yes votes and 23 no votes and 25 blank votes were cast, that the Board of Education, the Board of the Salamanca City Central School District, Cattaraugus County, New York, the district, is hereby authorized to establish a capital improvement reserve fund pursuant to Section 3651 of Education Law of the State of New York. The fund, that the fund shall be known as the Capital Improvements Reserve Fund 2022 of the district, that the fund shall be established for the purpose of financing in whole or in part the acquisition, construction, reconstruction, expansion, renovation, alteration, and improvement of buildings, facilities, sites, and real property by the district or the district's share of the cost of any capital improvement project undertaken by a Board of Cooperative Education Services BOCES, of which the district is or may become a component district, including in all cases the acquisition of necessary furnishings, equipment, machinery, and apparatus, that the ultimate amount of the fund shall not be greater than $25 million, plus interest earned thereon, that the probable term of the fund shall be not longer than the 10 years, and that the permissible sources from which the board is authorized to appropriate monies to the fund from time to time shall be A, budgetary appropriations of the district, B, unappropriated fund balance of the district as directed by the board, C, state aid received as reimbursement for expenditures by the district in connection with district capital improvement, whether or not such improvements were financed in whole or in part from the fund. D, the proceeds from the sale of the unneeded real and personal property owned by the district, if permitted by law and so directed by the board, and or E, such other sources as the board or the voters of the district may direct from time to time, all as may be permitted by law. We declare that Proposition number 2, establishment of a capital improvement reserve fund, is adopted.
We need a motion to approve.
Second.
Motion by Brad, second by Sue. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Abstain? Motion carried.
Proposition number 3, Capital Improvements Project 2022. Be it resolved that 315 yes votes, 30 no votes, and 22 blank votes were cast, that the Board of Education, the Board of the Salamanca City Central School District, Cattaraugus County, New York, the district is hereby authorized to undertake a capital improvement project 2022. The project, consisting of the reconstruction, rehabilitation, and renovation in part, and the construction of improvements, upgrades, and one or more additions to various district buildings and facilities, and the sites thereof, to implement various health, safety, accessibility, and code compliance measures, and various other measures that are included and generally described in, but are not to be limited by, the project plan that was referred to in the public notice of the vote on this proposition, and to expend therefore an amount not to exceed $21,489,881. of available district funds, including Native American aid anticipated to be received by the district. We declare the proposition number 3, capital improvement project 2022 is adopted.
Okay, motion to approve? Motion by Sue. Second by Dale. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Abstained? Motion carried.
Board of Education election. Be it resolved that having examined the report of the election inspectors for the annual school board election held on May 17, 2022, the following persons were cast votes for the 2 vacant seats. 199 in favor of Donald Flip White, 168 in favor of Timothy J. Waterman, 214 in favor of Tad J. Ryder. We declare Tad J. Ryder duly elected to serve a term beginning May 18, 2022 and expiring June 30th, 2027. And we declare Donald Flip White duly elected to serve a term beginning May 18, 2022 and expiring June 30th, 2023.
We need a motion to approve?
Motion.
Motion by Dale.
Second.
Second by Brad. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Abstained? Motion carried.
I'm gonna adjourn the meeting. Congratulations.
Clerk will be at the next board meeting. And Tad, right?
They both will be there. I've got to do their oath.
Yeah, okay. So we need a motion to adjourn.
Motion.
Motion by Dale, second by Sue. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Abstained? Motion carried. Thank you, everybody. Thank you,
Thank
voters,
you.
for
Thank you.
supporting
Thanks,
our
everyone.
community and our projects.
Flip.